What did you think? You were gonna find the best local inside scoop on the Twin Cities suburbs by scrolling all those travel sites? No, 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 my friend. Today you're in for a treat because I, a local Minneapolis suburbanite, am gonna share with you my top 10 favorite Twin Cities suburbs right now. But before we go any further, I feel we must establish a few ground rules because everybody watching the video is gonna have a totally different view of what the best suburb is going to be. Best schools, lowest crime rate, greatest diversity, proximity to this thing or that thing, whatever it is, everyone's got their own definition. And frankly, this is my channel, and so I get to call it whatever I want it to be. I'm gonna give you my own personal top definition, and then you can leave me a comment below and let me know if you agree, disagree, or what you think. Of course, while you're there, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into it right now. Number 10 on my list of best Twin Cities suburbs is gonna be Eagan, Minnesota. Egan's a cool little town that isn't a huge populace, but it's got a ton of really cool things to do. Personally, I love taking the family outside, and they've got really cool trails down there. You can go check out Lebanon Hills. Just Google it, but there's a whole, I think it's about 2,000 acres of wilderness and hiking trails there. And they've also got a really cool bike trail park that you can definitely check out. Egan's also got one of the coolest water parks in the Twin Cities area called Cascade Bay. Definitely can check that one out. Lazy River, it's got the flow rider thing you can surf on and all kinds of giant water slides. They've also got a really cool little art park called Kapani Art Park. You can go check that out. It's pretty old school, it's pretty primitive, but definitely a neat place for you to check out. As far as houses go in the Eagan area, it's a very hilly area, so it's some very cool neighborhoods, that kind of rolling hills. Definitely a more custom and a little higher end price point, but just a really, really cool area. Number 9 on my list is gonna be Elk River, Minnesota. Now this one's in the complete opposite corner of the metro, up towards the northwest. This one you're gonna find, I'm a sucker for a really good small town Main Street vibe, and Elk River definitely has that. Lots of cool little shops. It's right on the river there, and so just a very cool vibe that I grew up with, so I really like Elk River. Also a little inside scoop, if building a cabin or owning a cabin up north is important to you, you're gonna find very quickly that cabin traffic is a real thing in the Twin Cities. So if you're gonna be going up north, you could consider Elk River as a place to call home, because then you're gonna skip most of that cabin traffic and you got a straight shot right up 169 or kind of out Highway 10, but that's not as good as Highway 169. As a real estate agent, I also like Elk River because this is one of those places that's right on the border of being in town, but being way out, and it's kind of right in between the two. So you can get bigger lots, better prices on your homes, and this is a little secret weapon I've got for new construction. You can definitely find some of the more affordable new construction in Elk River area. Number 8 on our list is Blaine, Minnesota, and this is a pretty big area. It's very widely varying between older 1960s-70s style homes that are more affordable, all the way up to really high-end, very nice neighborhoods. One of the most popular areas is called The Lakes. They went in, developed the area a few years back with a bunch of sod farms, and they've got a whole community there that's really, really cool. They've also got Blaine Beach, which has got kind of a white sand beach. It's all man-made, but a really cool area. They've got playgrounds, volleyball pits, I think even a splash pad over there. It's just a really cool area to take the family to that we go to every once in a while. There's also the National Sports Center, so if you've got kids or anybody in sports, you'll definitely end up there at some point with ice arena, soccer, all kinds of stuff going on there. And 4th of July, they've got a fantastic fireworks show in Blaine at the National Sports Center. Number 7 on my list is Anoka, Minnesota. Now this one's real close to home for us. Anoka is another one of those little towns that's got a really cool Main Street vibe to it. Definitely a nice downtown Anoka. It's kind of the historic downtown in our area. Really cool things to do down there, little shops, little restaurants, little boutique types of things. Tons of great restaurants you can go to down there, like Serums or Cork, very cool places you can check out. Anoka is also known for being the Halloween capital of the world, so of course there's all kinds of different festivities going on seasonally downtown in Anoka, and it's actually right on the river, so if you've got a boat, I'm told that you can actually boat right in to the city, park your boat, go have dinner, and then float away. Next up is number 6 on my list of best Twin Cities suburbs, and that one is Maple Grove. Maple Grove is definitely one of our nicer areas. They a little more high-end price point. They've got a really cool shopping center that most of the city is kind of built around called Arbor Lakes. So you can go there, all kinds of great shopping, restaurants, different things to do. They've also got, if you've got kids, again, go to Central Park, look it up. Really, really cool area that we'll take our family to. They've got splash pad up top. I think they've even got a skating thing that we've not been to, but in the winter, I think you can ice skate outdoors there. And then if you go down the hill, there's a really, really cool park that you can take the kids to. Got all kinds of different things, and it's just massive. So Central Park, a really cool place to look up. Homes there are definitely a little more high-end, maybe a little more executive areas, but there are some affordable options kind of in the $350 range. Coming in at number 5, we've got Eden Prairie. This is definitely a nice area. It's a little bit more affluent area, so you've got to have the money to be able to get into it. If you're looking for schools that are very highly rated, Eden Prairie is definitely a great option and more affordable some of our other high-end areas that I'm going to tell you about. If you're looking for nicer, more custom homes or even a gated community, Eden Prairie could be a great option for you. It's not real close into the metro. It's a little bit further out to the southwest, so you will have the chance to get some space to breathe, a little bit bigger lot sizes, but still have the city lifestyle. Coming in at number 4, we've got Forest Lake, Minnesota. Now this one might be a surprise to some folks, but again, I get to make this list. It's my own personal favorites. I really enjoy Forest Lake because it does have that small towny vibe, cool streets that you can walk down there. It's also surrounded by the actual lake of Forest Lake, and so there's tons of shoreline, tons of just cool water views, things that you can do on there. Certainly if you know anyone in the area, definitely make friends with them and go out on the boat. It's definitely a very cool area. You're gonna see some bigger lots as well, but also just really wooded, just kind of that Lake Minnesota lifestyle that you get is a very, very cool place in Forest Lake, and it's not terribly expensive. There are some higher end areas, certainly some nice custom homes getting built, but you can also find a lot more affordable options, maybe in the low 300s to start. Number 3 on my list is going to be a little area called North Oaks. Now, technically it's a city, but honestly, it's more like just a little neighborhood. It's a very small community around Pleasant Lake there, kind of in our northern central suburbs. Very high-end area. The average price point is way up there. I think it's something like $1.5 million if I'm not mistaken. It's got a nice golf course, lots of different higher-end homes. Again, very wooded, very, very desired area. I'm not sure I'd even call it a city, and so there's not really even a lot to do, but it's just a really, really cool, affluent neighborhood if you can afford it. North Oaks could be a great option. Coming in at number 2, silver goes to Minnetonka. Now, Minnetonka is a city, but it's kind of just an entire area. There's a lot of other little towns that are made up around it. This is another community that's built around the lake of Lake Minnetonka, and so you've got lots of different areas. Very, very spendy area. Certainly, I would say our highest end area overall. This is an area that is very common right now for those pop tops that I've talked about in other videos. Developers will come in, they'll buy an older house. I just had one, I kid you not, $400,000 just for this little 1960s 0.2 acre property. They bought the home for $400,000, tore it down, and they're selling the lot for $600,000. And then you can build another home for about another $1.5 million just to get you a small little property on a city-sized lot. So definitely an affluent area. If you like to look at very cool homes, you can definitely get out on the water and just travel around on your boat. Very cool area. Minnetonka's also got easily one of the highest rated school districts between Minnetonka and Wayzata right next door. So if schools are important for you and you can afford that area, very, very cool area. All right, finally coming in at my number 1 spot on my list, and I know y'all are gonna give me a hard time about this, and I don't even care. It's Coon Rapids, Minnesota, my hometown. Obviously the best city that there is. I kid, okay, let's be honest. There's nothing particularly cool about Coon Rapids, but Haley and I have owned 3 homes there. We really enjoy it, to be honest. We just keep buying different homes in Coon Rapids. There's tons of things to do. It's also very centrally located. We love it because it's close to tons of shopping like Riverdale, but you can also get down into the cities if you want to go have a date night downtown or something. It's a really nice in-between, and it's also a really great price point. So lower crime rates, but still great prices. Great schools. We love Anoka Hennepin School District. So love Coon Rapids. There's the Coon Rapids Dam you can go check out. There's tons of different trails that go throughout. A bunch of different cool parks. There's Lions Park and a bunch of different ones that you can check out. We've also got a newer ice arena, which is really cool. Our kids enjoy skating at that. So tons of cool things to do in Coon Rapids. You can get homes typically right now, I would say around like $250 to $300 as a starting point, but then they can go all the way up into the millions, into some really exclusive, cool neighborhoods that are tucked back in there. So definitely my favorite. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I'm gonna put Coon Rapids at the top of the list. Well, there you have it. Do you agree with my list, or do you think I totally missed the ball? Let me know in the comments below, because this is definitely going to get to be a heated debate, I suspect. What's your favorite Twin Cities suburb? If you're a local, I would love to know. What's your least favorite? You can let me all know in the comments below. And of course, make sure you subscribe. We're doing a few different cool videos that are coming up comparing different Twin Cities suburbs, different pros and cons of each one, and we've also got tons of other content. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.